tomorrow you're going to need a new calendar. And there are hundreds out there. Everything you'd expect. Cat and dog calendars, Far Side, Near Side, East Side, West Side, every comic strip character, and all the great museum artists you can think of. So, today, let's look at some of the unusual and more interesting calendars for you to check out. The American Heritage Civil War calendar is filled with enough information to transform a browser into an addict. Civil War journeys, famous fields of battle, then and now, with pictorial descriptions of a famous dozen. Trains and the railroad, two calendars for train buffs who rail against planes and buses and make it a pleasure to keep track of the year. This desk diary, Baseball Glory, Baseball Dreams, displays historic photographs, posters, paintings, and artifacts. This is a very special desk calendar. Among the packs of facts in this Major League Baseball calendar, one item stands out. In 1907, the Red Sox manager Chick Stahl committed suicide during spring training, and he left this note. Boys, I just couldn't help it. You drove me to it.
What a laugh.
This Spy Day-by-Day Laugh-A-Day calendar, based on Spy, America's irreverent hip magazine, peppers its pages with exposing quotes, sassy observations, and switched-at-birth pictures.
The makers of Instant Chase and Sanborn Coffee present the Charlie McCarthy Show.
If you're attuned to radios of the Golden Age, these Art Deco beauties will turn you on.
The Lone Ranger.
In 1938, Sears brought out this silver-toned dazzler called one of the classic radio designs of this century.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly.
And in 1939, Emerson offered these for just $6.95.
I've got a pocket full of dreams.
Here's a handsome executive desk set from Monarch Designs. Pocket and desk planners with plenty of handy info, from 800 numbers to weeks at a glance to calorie charts, maybe to keep you from eating up the profits. All in leather with gold-plated corner guards and a ribbon place marker. And this good-looking pocket calendar in leather from Charles Letts of London, who also has sets. I'm grateful to this calendar, Homecoming, for introducing me to the paintings of William H. Johnson, who died in 1970. Some 1,000 of Johnson's paintings are in the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of American Art, and there are 12 right here on this calendar.
Frog went a-courting and he did go on.
Since I collect frogs, you know I'm not going to let this calendar out of my sight. This fellow does not need Nikes, and this one doesn't need Reeboks to pump him up. Hey, and this one seems to be saying, get me out of here.
Laura.
Movie fans, get ready for this 24-poster salute to film noir, a fancy Dan term for the dark side of gangster and urban movies. These provocative posters are evocative of Hollywood's bye-bye-gone days.
I didn't know what day it was.
This looks like a board game, but it's a calendar for young children who'll enjoy moving ahead one day at a time. It gives youngsters an idea about how long a year is, and there's plenty of space for them to squiggle on. Now, this spectacular calendar blazes with highlights of America's critical decades in mind-grabbing graphics. Let me open it up and show you what it looks like. The $35 cost of this World of American Culture calendar is tax-deductible because all proceeds fight multiple sclerosis, and the entire project is underwritten by Mercedes-Benz. And then you can take your Mercedes to Nevada, home of these custom-made calendars. In your choice, 10 letters and a favorite state, all available by mail from Poetic License, Las Vegas, Nevada, 98118. Maybe you ought to get one. I got one here for Katie and one for Bryant. Now, each year, you know, I showed a new calendar by Pilliard Dickel of Noonan, Georgia. And each year, letters arrive with wild spellings of this guy's name. So here it is. If you want one, write to him in Noonan, Georgia, 30264. Pilliard Dickel. And that's it for this year, and may every one of your days in 1992 be filled with health and joy. This is Today on NBC.